It's Luke and Naomi.
Woohoo! Welcome to episode exit. I don't just right out of the gate. I'm not even gonna start over. You know what? That's Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday for you.
That's how you're gonna leave it.
That's how.
Just like that.
Welcome to exit 191411D.
I think he's having a stroke, guys. Somebody call for help.
I just looked at 4 different things before I started talking, and just everything went out the window.
Excuses.
Yeah.
No, you really were having a stroke over there.
Apparently, I don't know. Everything else seems fine.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, ABC.
There you go.
Isn't supposed to be like common knowledge. I don't know. That's terrible.
Your birthday.
We're talking about strokes as we're starting off the show. It's episode, I think, 16.
Wow. No way.
Yeah. Look, I'm going to see. I got all confused, and now, you're just
Are we really?
draining the confidence right out of me.
I'm sorry. No, look it up. I don't believe you.
Yeah, episode 16.
Wow.
Episode 16. So welcome to episode 16. Thank you for spending whatever time you're spending with us.
Whatever day it may be for you.
Whatever time of the day it may be.
All of that.
I'd love to know that there are some people still listening on their way to work in the morning, like in the place of whatever local morning show they're just blowing right off for us.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
That would be nice. I know Ernest is just like, no, get back on the air.
Aw.
I don't think he's listening. So
Come on, Ernest.
Ernest, I guess former listener is correct, out in New
Yeah.
Mexico.
Now I'm sad.
A little bit, right?
Yeah.
Every time he's like, just get back on the air.
We'll let you know when we get to that point, but support us now.
That's
too.
right. We could use all that help,
Yeah.
that everybody sees how this is going crazy, and somebody in
Yeah.
Wilmington's going to be like, you know what? Maybe we should pay you.
Yeah, maybe
Why
we'll
not?
let you hang out on our airwaves for a little while.
Why not, So anyway, welcome to episode 16 of
That's
Luke and
right.
Naomi on air there. If I feel like cutting all that out before, then
You can't.
we're all
you
good.
just can't.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
The 5th try, I believe.
Yeah, something like that.
We all know I'm not good at math. Anyway, we had a pretty cool weekend. Had another beach day.
That's
which
right.
is just the most important thing for Naomi, to get me up at 6:30 in the morning and out the door before the sun's up, and
Hey, the sun was up.
get down to the beach before anybody's there.
Yeah, before anybody else gets there, so I can have my pick of where I want to be on the beach.
The damn tide isn't even in. The tide's not even there when we get there.
I know. We got to set up and be ready for it to.
We have to judge
our
it.
blanket.
All right, we're here nice and early. Maybe we should go all the way back there.
Yeah.
And then, of course, people set up in front of us. But anyway, that's fine. It's
Yeah.
totally fine. We're not here to bitch about that anymore.
No,
I don't
I
think so.
got that all out already, like 2 episodes or 3 episodes ago, so I'm fine. I've moved on.
The weather has been insane here for the last... since we got back from our visit to New York, honestly,
Yeah.
the weather has been insane. But, I mean, just storms rolling in and rain and all that stuff. So if Naomi sounds a little bit sleepy, it's because I've made her take some medicine.
That's right.
She's got a little sinus issue going on over there.
Yeah, I'm guessing it is because of the weather and all that,
yeah.
but it's killing me today. It really is. My cheeks feel full, and the back of my head hurts, and it's just, I can feel the like tension, pressure, and all of that stuff.
I
My
feel for
ears
ya.
feel funny, so I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. This is so bad.
It is the absolute worst. I know how that goes. If you listened when we were in Roswell, I used to complain about it while I was sneezing every morning.
Yeah. But like mine has just been like just slowly going downhill, and I'm like, come on, not right now.
All right.
I don't want to deal with this.
Well, we'll keep you entertained and awake with the podcast. How about that?
That's right.
I mean,
That's right.
You're not gonna get through it. You're gonna have fun. That's gonna get you through not feeling well. How about that?
That's right. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Maybe we should stand up like the old days.
No. I am not standing up right now. As soon as I got home from work, I sat down and I'm like, I'm not getting back up.
That
Just
was
ain't
it.
happening.
I rarely find her on the couch when I get home from work myself, and there she was. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, all right, she must be either tired or a little under the weather.
Something's
something
going
like that.
on. Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah.
we the cool part about this weekend, we do have some neat news, I guess. We had some fun on Sunday night. Went and saw Darius Rucker right here in Wilmington downtown.
That's right. That was really cool. I was so excited.
Very cool. Couple of young up-and-comers opened up. I don't remember the name of the second dude.
Larry Fleet.
Oh my goodness, good for you. All right, so I don't know if there's any, anybody Red Dirt out there knows that name or has heard that name, but he was pretty good, and so was the
Yeah.
kid before him was Tyler Booth, right?
Yes.
And I just could not remember if we played him on the Country Giant in New Mexico or not. Naomi says no, and she's the one who took care of all of that stuff.
We did play some other booths, but it wasn't him.
And some other Tylers, no doubt.
That's right.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
So, but then, of course, the main event, Hootie himself. He's not
Hootie himself.
Do you know the story that he isn't Hootie?
Yeah.
Like, it's Hootie and the Blowfish because that was what they called some guys on campus in college or something like that.
Yeah, it's some weird story, but it has nothing to do with, like, him personally.
He is absolutely not. But he has overtaken that name pretty much because of the band in the 90s and
I
such.
guess, yeah, because at one point I was screaming, Hootie, 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 bring on the rockers.
So it was pretty cool. It was, he ran through all the hits, of course, opened up with All Right. And I love the way that he started the show with All Right. He just came out and, just belted All Right.
Yeah.
And then everybody kind of realized, oh, all right, he's going.
We're starting.
Yeah, he just dove right in. So that was cool. We got like I said, all the hits and stuff like that. And a couple of Hootie and the Blowfish songs.
Of course, which we were kind of expecting that. We've heard that he does that at shows.
So speaking of Hootie and the Blowfish songs, I just learned something the other day.
Okay.
And do you know in the song "I Only Want to Be With You," he says, "Put on a little Dylan sitting on a fence."
Okay.
Do you know that that's a band?
No.
Yeah, that is a band. It's Dylan sitting on a fence.
Okay.
Or something like that. I just found this out, from a guy who knows a ton of music here that I met. But I don't know how the hell we were talking about Hootie and the Blowfish, but that came out and put on a little Dylan sitting on a fence. Isn't listening to Bob Dylan whilst sitting on a fence.
No, something completely different.
It is a reference to an actual another band. So I found that pretty interesting.
No, we got to look up that other band.
I also cannot believe I didn't mention that to you Sunday night, but I mean, we were involved with the concert. I mean, it was cool. We had decent seats, I guess, and
pretty nice seats, and it was a fun afternoon. Like, we knew we were going to the show, and it was kind of like, okay, well, the show's not until later, so what are we going to do? And we're like, okay, well, let's check out this local place, Fermental. It's a bottle shop here.
Yeah, shout out to Fermental. Somebody tell them to listen to the podcast.
Yeah,
we
absolutely. Love them. So we went there first, and we each had 2 drinks while we were there, and just kind of like sat and hung out for a big part of the afternoon before we went down to the show. It was very chill.
Yeah,
it was
definitely
very chill. It was a lot of fun.
And the venue, of course, is right on the river with, downtown is the backdrop and all of that stuff. So that was it's a really
pretty
cool venue.
Cool, yeah.
Yeah, you take the river walk and you can we went from like our parking garage to the river walk.
Which, by the way, like, we don't even need to, like, purchase tickets because that river walk, we saw people setting up lawn chairs.
I was just talking about this at work today.
On the river walk.
Yeah. You know what? Nah, I'm good from back here.
Yep, I'm going to sit here and listen to this music.
And then actually somebody I work with said that they've gone for a show, and I think it was last year, the venue is new as of last year, opened last year or something like that. But they went across the river and found some dirt roads and went down, got close to the river on the other side, and you could hear it clear as a bell, she said. So, pretty neat.
Yeah.
Anyway, good venue, good show. We did pay for parking, of course. That's just a thing here.
Yeah.
It is just everywhere you go.
It was cheaper, though, than paying for parking at the beach.
It absolutely was, which was great.
The parking garage only charged us $15.
That's right. For the whole, I feel like it's only, too. For us, that's only for, probably.
Only $15.
Like, my parents back in central New York, they're probably like, you spent $15 on parking? You are so grounded. Yeah, we raised you better than that.
Oh. Hey, we tried to get into the free parking area, but it was full.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
we tried valiantly, I think.
Yeah. Well, as much as I was going to try, because just park the vehicle already. I want to go into the festival now.
But parking cheaper than beer at the show.
Yeah, that too. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I don't even want to think about that.
Yeah, so we said parking was $15. The beers were more. We'll leave it there. So we only had a couple each, and thank God, because you just run up the bill without even realizing it. Then, of course,
it was
you get
just
too many.
Insane.
Yeah.
It was insane. We walked over and we're like, oh, cool. They've got beer. They've got wine. They even had like little cocktail drinks that they were doing. It's like a mason jar and it's got a little cowboy hat on top of it.
Asking for trouble, too.
It was so cute. And they had like, what was it? whiskey peach tea,
Yep.
and then a spiked lemonade, and a few other ones that they were doing. And then we saw the price tags of everything, and it was just like, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, and the best part about all of this, I promise I'm not going on a rant. I promise it'll be short and
Luke
simple.
and Naomi rants.
But the best part was, so this can of beer is ridiculously overpriced.
Yep.
And at the end, after they opened the can for you, it asked if you wanted to leave a tip.
Yes. I asked Naomi, did you leave a tip?
And I said no.
Like, oh.
I did not leave a tip. I'm sorry, but you opened a can of beer for me.
Which, don't
you
do that.
didn't even have to do that.
Don't put your fingers on it.
Yeah, you could just hand it to me. I'm not leaving you a tip. I'm sorry, but I can't.
I said, well, if it was a bar, we would probably tip like $2 or $3 after our second drink or something like that, which I think we ended up.
Yes, at the end of the night, I ended up leaving a tip. But I was like, I was so mad when I saw that on there. I'm like, because leaving a 15% tip was like $20.
I know
it was so expensive. I'm
Crazy.
like, can I just leave you $2? Like right now? Like just that? That's all.
So yeah, that didn't ruin the night. I promise. That
No, it didn't. And honestly, I'm more ranting and raving now than I did the entire time. So,
but it was still cool. It was a really good. I've never seen Darius Rucker live. He puts on a really good show. He's entertaining as hell. He's Carolina boy, so he played that up pretty well and
got some good energy. Fun to watch.
Yeah, definitely good production and everything like that. So if you get a chance to see Darius Rucker. It was a good one.
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure. So yeah, had to pay a ton of money for the beer prices, and then had to wade through and avoid the pumpkin damn beers that are already out.
Oh yeah, they're everywhere.
There's two less good beers on every bar in every tap now because of just
pumpkin.
I'm trying not to cuss too. I promise I'm not gonna, but because of the damn pumpkin beers.
Pumpkin.
And I have tried plenty of them.
Yeah, we had a beer club one time where almost every single beer was a pumpkin beer, and I was like, man, this is gonna suck.
Yeah.
And there was a few that were okay, but definitely not something I'm spending my own money on. I think ever.
Next October beer club, I'm just gonna show up drunk so everything just tastes fine.
That, or just skip it and save the money.
No, I don't want to skip it because we'll have some fun. But yeah, save the money, skip it. No pumpkin beer, but it's pumpkin. Go. I just saw a thing. Pumpkin beer is apparently back today. By the way, today is the 30th of whatever month this is. August.
It's August. Yes.
I believe it's August already. I'm sure nobody can believe it's August already, but the pumpkin spice latte has returned to Starbucks today. That's what's back.
Cares?
So officially pumpkin. Didn't even wait till September.
Meh.
It just went right straight to August, and then raised the price.
Well, yeah. I mean, everything has gone up in price. I'm not really surprised by that. But you know what? Enough with the pumpkin stuff, whatever. Like, I feel like that should be so overplayed now that people are just sick of it. Like, everybody who got on board with it because, this is the flavor now, should be just done.
The cinnamon and nutmeg. You're not sick of that yet?
Yeah,
That's just
real.
all it is. That's what pumpkin spice is.
Bring on more s'mores flavored everything.
Oh, my goodness. There you go. Or,
I mean, 'tis the season.
What the hell ever happened to apples?
Yeah. Apple cider, apple crisp. Oh, my goodness.
So, I guess the Starbucks has a, what is it? Apple crisp oat milk macchiato. I can't even say that correctly. Macchiato.
No.
And that's their vegan option, by the way.
Oh,
so
okay.
I guess we'll never have that. I'm never going to have Starbucks anyway.
Yeah, probably not. I mean, we've got lots of...
There goes that sponsorship.
Sorry, Starbucks. But look, we've got better... We got Port City Java, which is our,
they're pretty good.
Local chain here. Port City Java, we've had their coffee many times and have been happy every single time. We got a Biddy and Bose.
Biddy and Bose, yes.
We got them.
Very cool. You should look into them. They've got a great mission.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got that. We don't need Starbucks. We have Dunkin' Donuts, but we don't care about them either. So sorry, Dunkin'.
That's right. That's right. There's no giant alien holding up the sign out here, so we're not going to Dunkin' Donuts for sure.
Look, we all know we've pledged our loyalty to Tim Hortons in episode like 3, 4, and 7.
And 11, 12,
Yeah.
13. But yeah, so the pumpkin spice latte back for the 19th straight year. Yeah. So I guess, if you're going to get sick of it, you're going to get sick of it, by now, or you're not going to.
19th year?
19th.
No, you're making that up, right?
No, I'm reading it right here.
Oh, I thought you were exaggerating.
This is from People Magazine.
Well, they might be lying. I don't know.
Well, maybe they are. But the whole fall menu's out and all that stuff. Yeah, the latte costs a couple of cents more. And they do have an apple crisp macchiato, regular, not vegan.
Okay.
Yeah, so
a regular one.
It's supposed to taste like apple pie, but it's not really that new. And apparently people just don't care about apples in the fall anymore.
No, I guess not. It's kind of sad.
It is sad. I don't pumpkin. Come on. It's like, every Thanksgiving for 15 straight years, my mom tried to make me eat sweet potatoes. And it was like, Mom, I've tried them like 10 years in a row. The last 5, I'm done.
Yeah.
Not going to do it. I don't like pumpkin. Goodbye. All right. I was closing the window. I'm sorry. She looked at me really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. All right. Haven't been on the TikTok as much as we said we were gonna.
We're trying.
But
no, we're not. We're doing terrible.
I did come across this one that I thought was hilarious, and I don't think I've had a chance to show you, and I don't think you've seen it.
No, I haven't been on TikTok in a while.
So a guy on TikTok is viral, of course. That's why we're talking about it. But after he caught a burglar in his house.
Okay.
But he didn't call the cops.
Okay.
Yeah, your mind can wander off into weird areas here. So instead of calling the cops, he made the guy clean his bathroom. How do you feel about that? I don't know what to think of that, because that's kind of freaky. I don't want to catch anybody in the house.
I don't either, but man, what a way to make that work for you. Because guess what? If you call the cops, what's going to happen? The guy's probably just going to run off and get away.
Yeah, what do you got to detain him?
Yeah, that's not going to happen. But if he's right there, well, I got some dishes that need to be done. Get to it, and I won't call the police.
It's just weird.
Like, it's kind of some smart thinking there. Is it like one of those fake videos, though? Like, is this kind of staged? Because, I mean, there's so many of those now because everyone's looking for, the 15 seconds of fame.
Literally 15 seconds now. So, yeah. We don't know where it happened, but the video is on the talk. He did a follow-up where he and his girlfriend tell the whole story.
Okay.
So he says it happened at his uncle's house while he was house sitting. The burglar was a kid who's about 16 and lives nearby.
Okay.
So that makes a little bit more sense and seems a little bit more realistic than I just picture like a giant dude breaking in your house, Yeah. And it's just, no, do the bathroom. What? No. Anyway.
Yeah, because, I mean, if you put it that way, that's just kind of weird.
Yeah, so...
I just assume a kid because, I don't know, just troublemaker kid.
Right. So it was a kid. He was about 16, and the guy came home from work in the middle of the day. Again, he was house sitting for his uncle. He found the kid hanging out playing the PlayStation like the place was his own.
Wow.
So I mean, I think burglar might be a little far, squatter if anything. But so he noticed the kid's pockets were full, so he told him to empty them, and then so there's where the stuff he stole came in. All right.
Okay.
I jumped the gun a little bit. He is a burglar. Okay. So the guy decided, of course, not to call the cops. He didn't want to ruin the kid's life. But he noticed hairs in the tub and realized the kid even used the shower, so he made him clean the bathroom top to bottom.
Oh, my goodness. That's great. But I would make him clean something he didn't mess up, too.
Yeah.
Like, clean the entire house, I'm protecting your future right now, so you don't have this on your record, but you're going to do some work.
Yeah, I think so, too. I would go mow the damn lawn.
Yeah.
Again,
like dishes. I'm standing my ground on that one. Do the dang dishes.
Everything we don't want to do.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Laundry, you got it.
That's
better
awesome.
Fold them nice, too.
So pretty much everybody agrees that the punishment was funny. Some people, criticize the guy for being too nice, too lenient, of course. And he maybe agrees with that now. He says the kid's been hanging out near his house a lot and may have keyed his girlfriend's car.
Oh, my goodness.
That did not go anywhere near where I thought it was going to go.
Wow. I thought this kid would be like, okay, second chance. I better straighten up so I don't get in trouble.
That is...
Apparently not.
That is an interesting one.
Oh, should have called the cops, I guess.
So he could have made the kid clean the bed if there's crumbs in it.
Ugh.
You know how that's like one of my biggest pet peeves.
Yeah. No snacks in the bedroom.
I don't like to eat in bed at all because, you just crumbs in the bed. It's terrible, right? So most people agree with me. I found this poll, which is why I bring it up because, I love polls. If you didn't listen to Luke and Naomi in the morning when we were in New Mexico, you need to know. I absolutely love polls and surveys and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
that's you.
I love to break them out every now and then. So I found this one in a new survey.
About crumbs in the bed?
Yeah, they people were asked how they feel about crumbs in their bed and whether it leads to a bad night of sleep.
I don't think it necessarily lead to a bad night of sleep, but who wants crumbs in the bed?
But the majority of people agreed with me. 70 to 80% of people said they don't want crumbs in the bed.
Because we're not monsters here.
That's right.
What the hell's the matter with you? Oh, no, the crumbs are fine. If I get hungry later, I can roll over and lick them up.
Well, so I remember a time when breakfast in bed was a thing.
Yeah.
I feel like that's not so much anymore.
No.
You see it in like old sitcoms and movies and things like that and whatever. But
never something that I ever wanted either.
That always weirded me. Like, I don't want toast crumbs and scrambled eggs rolling all over the...
Yeah, that's gross. And then it's going to smell bad. Like, so bad. Look, I'm not hungry when I first open my eyes. Right? And the last thing I want to see is a bunch of people standing around me, as I'm waking up with, hey, here's breakfast.
Here you go.
Eat while I watch you. Like, what the heck?
That is
No.
That's another interesting thought, too. So, yeah, apparently 20% of people are okay with this. 20 to 30% of people are fine with that. Because they say it doesn't bother them and they don't mind.
I just, no. Again, if you roll over on some crumbs, like you're going to get itchy, you're going to be all weirded out. What is that? Luke mentioned eggs earlier, so now it's something like gross and slimy and
I picture, I don't know why, but cereal.
Cereal?
Like a bowl of cereal while you're in bed and like, That's
I think
just
of
not
cookie
good.
crumbs, honestly. I think cookies.
Yeah.
So I imagine cookie crumbs.
Is that from experience, you think?
It could be, honestly.
And then the worst thing is,
I'm not going to lie.
When we first moved to Wilmington, we lived in my cousin Lacey's extra room.
Oh, yeah.
So we pretty much had to, eat in and around the bed. It was just friggin' horrible. I hated it so much.
We tried to sit at like the edge of the bed.
We did that
and have like a table so that we'd be okay, but like it still didn't help. Like there were still crumbs.
It was just bad. I hated it.
No wonder I was uncomfortable. That makes sense.
There you go. Boom.
Yeah.
35% of the people in the survey also admitted to eating in bed, mostly late night snacks like cookies, chips, and popcorn. Which
everything that's going to like leave such a mess.
You can't powdered donuts as well. Why not have those? 33% of people say they consider eating in bed a dating deal breaker. Can you imagine?
Wow.
And
no, can you imagine? It's like the 4th or 5th date. You've been hanging out with this person for a while, and you're hanging out and go into the bedroom and watch TV or something like that. He breaks out some snacks, and you're like, nope, not doing this. See ya. I'm out of here.
That's just weird.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I don't think it would be a deal breaker. I think it'd be a conversation you should probably have.
Yeah, I would have. Yes, exactly. I would have that. I just started
spacing out?
Well, no, just wandering down the road of snacking in bed and just the horrible crumbs. And is there a if she brings like this big greasy turkey leg to bed, whatever. But I'm not
if you're
gonna
Homer, you're like, marry me.
Yeah, there you
from
go.
The Simpsons.
Just for Homer Simpson.
Yes.
Or like a Subway sub or something like that. That'd be weird, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, 38% of millennials would consider ending a relationship over it. And millennials also the generation most likely to snack in bed. So there you go.
Yeah.
They
Hypocrites.
Know. Well, I would say that's experience.
Oh. Hypocrites.
I snack in bed, but I'm not doing that with another person.
That's right.
Because we don't like to share either, millennials. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that's just a weird poll I found because I found some polls.
Yeah, and you're so excited about that.
Very, very excited about that. Anyway, let's get to entertainment news for the week. And then we will jump into our whole standing in line versus waiting in traffic, which we just got fired back up about couple hours ago, a couple hours before we started recording, that started jumping off on Facebook. So
yeah.
We'll get to those in a couple of seconds. DJ is leaving the Connors, a show that we haven't watched even once.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking about.
I got all excited when, the whole Roseanne, she came back and they rebooted the show. Didn't get around to watching it before they kicked her off. Yeah.
Oh.
Because they changed the name to just the Connors.
Yeah, whatever.
And now they're going into their 5th season. And I was reading that, I guess, Dan Connor's got a new wife, and it's Katie Seagal.
Okay.
Leela, the voice of Leela from Futurama.
Yeah.
And Peg Bundy from the Bundys back in the day. So I didn't even know, that. But Michael Fishman will not return for season 5 of the Connors. No real crazy reason why he's leaving. He didn't get fired or anything stupid like that. He issued a statement saying that it's been an honor to play DJ. He said, I have a number of projects I'm pitching as a writer. And he's also working on directing and things like that. And he says, and I look forward to showing my range as an actor. So, moving on from sitcoms and doing other things.
All right.
He has also directed a bunch of episodes of The Connors, which is cool. He says, while I was told I would not be returning for season 5, Lanford was a valuable place to grow up, learn, and develop. So I guess they told him he wasn't coming back.
Yeah.
So maybe his agent told him, hey, you know what? They didn't give us enough money, so you're not going back.
I was thinking maybe he's making too much money, and they're like,
That could be a thing.
Maybe it's time to cut him loose and save us a couple dollars here.
And if you are a Connors fan and really bummed about DJ leaving, it looks like they're leaving an opening for him to come, for the character to come back and all of that stuff.
Of course they are.
And I believe the actress who plays his kid in the show is still on the show. So there's, he's probably going off to war like Donald Duck.
Yeah, something like that.
Did you know that's why Huey, Dewey, and Louie lived with Uncle Scrooge?
No, I did not know that.
Donald was drafted into the Navy.
Okay.
Legitimately.
Thank you for that tidbit of information. I'm going to try to store that in my head, but I'm pretty sure that's not going to stay.
I'd never thought that would resurface for me either, but there we are.
Yeah.
All right.
There we are.
So the trailer for the Weird Al movie.
Oh, isn't this the Harry Potter guy playing him?
Yes.
Yeah.
If you don't know, Daniel Radcliffe is playing Weird Al in a biopic about Weird. It's called Weird, the Al Yankovic story. The trailer dropped yesterday.
I want to watch this because this has got to be just ridiculous.
And so apparently the whole movie really exaggerates Al's, rise to fame and stuff like that. It wildly exaggerates apparently because it's a parody of rock music biopics.
Oh, this is going to be awesome.
Because he does parody music.
Yes,
so that's just fantastic. It includes scenes of Al, played by, like we said, Harry Potter himself, Daniel Radcliffe. I'm sure he loves being referred to it like that.
Yeah.
Binging on drugs and alcohol, and apparently having an affair with Madonna.
That's great.
There's also a scene where Weird Al angrily puts out a cigarette on a guy's hand. None of this stuff actually happened that we know of.
That we know of, though.
It drops on the Roku channel November 4th, which is way too long to have to wait for this.
I know.
I'm super excited about it. We haven't talked about that at all.
No, and I want to watch this trailer now.
This is why I had to bring back entertainment news, because, we had to talk about Weird Al at some point.
But, it just sucks when they're like, hey, here's the trailer for this. You can watch it in November. Like, in 2 days, I'm going to forget. I'm going to forget all about this.
Well, then when it debuts, Roku will have the ads we have Roku players on all our TVs. That's just the thing we ended up with. So we'll definitely get ads for it. I don't think they're going to let us forget.
All right. As long as somebody reminds me.
Yeah. If you have Roku and you don't know, the Roku channel is free too. So boom, there you go. Sad news. Chris Rock said he's not going to host next year's Oscars.
Aw, I wonder why.
I really wish we were, I don't know, were we recording at the time that all went down, or was that right before we started recording the podcast, or what? Because we never talked.
I don't remember.
About the Fresh Prince just slapping tiny little Chris Rock.
Yeah.
It was great. He looked so surprised. Anyway, Rock says no hosting the Oscars next year. Sad.
Yeah, real sad.
Well, he's funny. Anyway, I'm not really sad.
It's the,
I know.
All those award shows, I don't care. A bunch of rich people sitting around rewarding each other for doing a good job on something. I don't care. I'll read about the ones that I find that I think are important, and that's it.
Yeah.
There was another one recently. Was it the VMAs? Didn't those just happen?
Yeah, I think they went down last weekend. They're right around this time of year, yeah.
All I know is I saw like a few pictures on Facebook of like crazy outfits, and I was like, oh, okay.
Eminem and Snoop did something, and Johnny Depp made a surprise appearance and joked that he needed the money.
Oh, see, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I remember somebody was wearing something that looked like a shower curtain. That's all I remember.
I love it.
And I just remember going, what the heck? Like, I bet you that dress cost like $5 million too.
Oh, I'm sure.
Ugly.
Who are you wearing? Better Homes and Gardens, I think. Is that an actual brand? I don't know.
I believe it's a magazine.
It is a magazine, yes.
Yes.
Just landed that joke really well.
Wow.
All right, let's move right along.
Yeah, plowing ahead again.
Yeah,
That's all we've done today. Is just plowing
through.
ahead. I apologize. It is. We're trying. I'm trying.
So, you know how some artists have the whole cell phone free shows?
Yeah.
I know a lot of comedians are doing that now. If you go to like a big comedian's show, Kevin Hart was just in Raleigh, and a person I work with went to that show and said that the whole, they did the phone thing and all of that stuff. Well, so between that and then the artist riders, they can get really crazy, right? We used to always talk about the artist riders, and that's the list of demands basically the artists want when they're backstage, and that can range.
Yeah, we talked about Mariah Carey's before.
Crazy rider.
Yeah, and like weird things like the skin of like fried skin from chicken breast or something like that, and like green M&Ms and all that crazy stuff.
Yeah, of course. That's the old joke is like, to go find all the brown M&Ms or something like that.
Yeah.
But, Ricky Gervais is bringing this thing to a whole new level. He recently banned ice at one of his comedy shows. No ice in the drinks.
No ice. Okay.
Because the sound of it clinking in the glasses was distracting him.
Really?
I can't imagine. I mean, first of all, I could not imagine being a stand-up comedian and trying to do all that stuff while people are staring at you, and my jokes just bomb. I don't know.
Yeah.
But that is not something that anyway.
I feel like you're getting a little like
Defense?
Too big of a head.
Oh, him?
Yeah,
yes,
to be like, no ice at the show because I don't want to hear it clinking.
Well, it seems like
who do you think you are?
It seems like something he would make fun of other people for.
Yeah.
Yeah, and come on, man. So he was like a small club show or something like that, and he was testing out new material as they do. But yeah, he banned people from having ice in their drinks. At one of the shows, he also roasted a guy who was having a snack at his seat. He asked him, didn't you have your dinner? And then told the crowd he's having a bleeping picnic. Which is, I mean, that's heckling, or whatever. That's a thing that happens or whatever. But
yeah, but I feel like he's taking it personally, and he shouldn't. Like, just chill out a little bit.
Yeah, a little weird, I think, on the part of Ricky Gervais there. That's kind of crazy. Banning ice.
Again, I feel like he's taking it all personal. Like, someone's having a snack. Who cares? I eat 16 snacks a frickin' day. Like, if I'm still hungry while you're trying to make me laugh, then that's just how it's going to be. Well, make me laugh the food up. There you go. Then you don't have to worry about me snacking now. Congratulations.
Exactly.
Like, make it a challenge or something.
If we're at a place like that, I'm either having a drink or I'm having something to eat. So what do go test out your material on the subway like Bernie Mac used to do.
I guess. Do something else, though.
So this could be cool. Have you ever heard of R.L. Stine's Zombie Town?
No.
I think this is definitely after my time, but R.L. Stine is the dude behind Goosebumps, the cool...
That's correct, yeah.
Sort of preteen horror books from the 90s or 80s maybe, but 90s anyway. So they're making a new R.L. Stine movie, Zombie Town, as I mentioned.
Okay.
And the kind of cool thing is that Dan Aykroyd and Chevy Chase are going to be in it.
What?
Yeah. It's like the first time they've worked together in forever and all of this stuff. No word on what characters they're playing. The movie's currently shooting in Canada and is expected to hit theaters sometime next year.
I'm kind of curious about this.
Yeah, in the book, a couple of 12-year-olds go to see a horror movie called Zombie Town, but things get bad when the main characters come off the screen and chase them through the theater. Perfectly R.L. Stein,
I was going to say, sounds like Goosebumps, yeah.
So maybe Dan and Chevy will play zombies. Maybe it's just a cameo, but I would love to see...
I hope they play zombies.
I would love to see them as,
Main
something
characters.
funny. Yeah. At least good substance where they can do some old school funny. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
And so that's entertainment news for this week.
All right.
And that's the moment now we've all waited for. Well, I did skip science, but nothing really going on that was crazy except for the moon launch thing got postponed until this Friday.
Okay. Well,
So-
that's fine anyways, because, again, whatever medicine that I'm on that's supposed to be making my sinuses feel better, I'm pretty sure if you threw a bunch of science jargon at me, I would just go, what?
Head would hit the desk.
Yeah. That's exactly the same noise it would make, too. I'd just be... Yeah.
Yep.
So no science. No science this
Well,
week.
the moon launch was delayed again. They're returning to the moon on some level, so I'll have more on that next week, maybe, if they go.
We'll find out.
We'll
yeah.
see. We'll see. I'll do some reading, maybe. I don't know. I never keep my promises. I know.
I know we're terrible at that.
Just
We're
horrible.
just liars here. I'm sorry. I apologize. I don't want to be a liar, but we keep saying things like, oh, we're going to get on TikTok more, and oh, we're going to do this, and maybe we'll do this, and then it becomes we'll see. We've turned into like parents. Remember
It's
when
the
parents
worst.
always did that? We'll
The
see.
Absolute worst.
We'll see. Maybe. We'll see.
Oh,
Yep,
man.
that's us.
That's a big old nope.
Sorry, guys.
All right. So we asked you all to do some homework this week.
That's right.
Answer in the form of complete sentences. I wonder if that picked up on the recording. I'm going to have to see.
I hope it did.
I hope it did too, because then that means I can play a whole bunch of drops.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Plus, it just sounded kind of cool, so.
we asked you what was worse, standing in line or waiting in traffic.
I came up with my answer, by the way.
Did you?
Yeah.
All right. So do you want to give yours now, or you want
Yeah,
to read
yeah.
some first, or what?
Nope,
All right.
I'm ready.
Before you fall asleep from the medicine.
I'm not going to fall asleep. I'm just just a little out of it. That's all.
All right.
So I've decided, and I thought about this real long and hard. I did. I honestly believe waiting in line is worse.
Is worse
Than
than sitting in traffic.
That's right.
Okay.
Yep, I'm going there.
Do you? Yeah, we told everybody you got to show your work. So.
Being in traffic, I have my own space. I have my own music. I can scream at people in front of me and nobody's looking at me weird for it. If I do that in a line, like, you can't really get away with that.
So basically, you have to have manners when you're standing in line.
Well, that and like there's, yeah, you can make friends with the people around you, but sometimes like it's a line for the bathroom and you got to pee so bad that you're just concentrating on that and you don't want to talk to anybody. And everyone's trying to be friendly and buddy and all that. And sometimes you just don't feel that,
Yeah.
And I think those times that you just don't feel that outweigh all the rest of them to the point that give me my car and my little space and my music and my little bubble. I'll take that.
All right.
Waiting in line is worse.
Well, and that's, ladies and gentlemen, that is how you do the homework.
That's right.
Right there. That is showing your work, I got to tell you.
I did nothing this entire show, but I did give one answer.
Boom. Showed your work.
All right, I'm done for the rest. Luke, it's all you. Go on.
So, and I have absolutely no problem with that whatsoever,
know.
don't you?
I know.
Everybody who listens knows that, I bet. So, the whole thing again came up because I got to thinking, we moved to Wilmington, and this place has had an influx of people over the last 5 to 10 years. That's just crazy. There's a ton more people here. There's a lot of traffic.
Yeah.
There's...
The roads are not meant for the amount of people that are here.
Yeah, and they're working on it, and whatever. I have patience and stuff like that. But there is a lot of times when we have to sit in traffic and just sit there.
Oh, yeah.
Because, there's an accident up ahead, and now they've got to wait and clear things off. So everything's down to one lane, and, nobody wants to wait and do the zipper method. Everybody just wants to try to run ahead and jump in and all that. So inevitably, there's traffic like crazy. And then, as we mentioned last week, we've had plenty of experience standing in line, whether it's waiting for roller coasters or to get into places. And
Yeah.
I mean, hell, we all stood in line to get into every damn store in 2020. So
Yeah.
there was all of that stuff. So yeah, I mean, I think we've all done enough of each one of them
To have an opinion.
to have a really good opinion.
Yeah.
And we're pretty much we're pretty divided.
Yeah?
And it's a almost an even split, I think, or pretty solidly anyway.
Wait, I want to tally these up. All right.
All right, because maybe I did it wrong. That's why she always has to do that.
That's right, because I want to be like, no, you're wrong.
No, Colonel Sanders, you're wrong. Okay, so starting off with Professor Paul, he says he first of all referring to when you were talking about the DMV situation, because now Naomi has officially changed her last name because we got married, so she's got to get a new ID again.
Yeah, I got to go back to the DMV.
And has to deal with that, so Paul says he feels you on the DMV. He has found that using the website's been helpful lately, at least for finding out what documents are needed, so you don't get there and...
I definitely have to do that, because if I get there and I don't have everything I need, I might cry. I don't even know. Like, it's just going to be, because I have to schedule an appointment. I can't just show up. I have to schedule an appointment. And the appointment is like a month in advance.
It really is. It's crazy. And I still bet you could show up and risk it, but you just don't want to take that risk. It's just time.
Well, look, I got to take time off of work to go. So no matter what, I'm losing money.
Time is money.
Yeah. So.
All right. Back to the topic du jour.
Yeah, because I'm going to get mad about DMV stuff now.
Paul says this one was tough for him. He says his initial choice, and I love this answer. It's another good show your work answer. We'll have to come with a real easy one next time or something like that. He says his initial choice was traffic. He's one of those people that has to sing, or that loves to sing in the car to his favorite music. He said, I've also got in the bad habit since getting Bluetooth of doing all my catch-up calls in the car.
There you go. Yep.
Then he says, then he remembers traffic in Detroit and realized that while standing in a line, he's never felt in mortal danger.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
And then he says also, I love meeting new people and making the single-serving friends.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true.
And then he threw in love you bye, because that's how we...
Love you bye.
That's how we sign off, of course. And Paul,
right.
That is an amazing answer.
So his answer is that waiting in traffic is worse.
He says traffic is worse. And that's,
Okay.
His experiences in Detroit. And I've been in some Detroit traffic with you, right? I don't think we ever had anything crazy, like, backed up.
No.
But I do know there's some horror stories of, like some shootings and things like that in traffic out there, which is terrifying.
And, I think I've shared this story before on air. And I was visiting a friend in Toledo on the other side of Detroit. Not on the other side of Detroit, just you go through Detroit's south, and I live north. Anyway, so I was going to visit a friend, and on the way back, it was late. It was like 11:30 at night or whatever, and I was, oh my goodness, I don't even remember where I was. Livernois, whatever.
Liver noise? Is that like a belch?
No, it's a road. It's
okay.
Maybe it's Livernois. I don't remember. But it's like a main artery, and I happen to be on this road, and I stopped at a red light, and a car stops next to me and then goes. And another car stops next to me and then goes. And I'm like, should I not be sitting here? Like, is this something like that I don't know, that this is very dangerous to be doing?
Whoa.
So I waited and the light turned green, so then I went. And I was talking to some friends about that, and they're like, yeah, you shouldn't have. You stop, you make sure it's clear to go, and then you go. Like, you don't sit there. Like,
Whoa.
You'll get carjacked just sitting there. And I'm like, no, you won't. Come on, So driving in, like, rough areas of Detroit, I'm sure that traffic situation could just be horrible. Now, I did go to school in Southfield, which is, another suburb outside of Detroit, and I would hit morning rush hour traffic outside of Detroit, and that was awful.
Is this where you used to tell me the difference in leaving, a couple of minutes?
1 or 2 minutes, the difference would be insane.
That's crazy.
I could end up at school like 20 minutes early, or a half hour early, or 10 minutes late, because I left 1 or 2 minutes differently. It would
awesome.
be completely stopped for so long. And it's just like, how is this possible? Where are all these people going, and why are they all right in front of me right now? How does this happen?
Well, Wilmington's, I think, approaching that whole leave 1 or 2 minutes difference. Man, we got some traffic here that it just chokes.
We've got some long lights is what we have. We have some long lights. There's one light we hit. If we hit this light, we're sitting there for 5 minutes. I'm not even kidding. I'm not exaggerating. It's 5 frickin' minutes.
Yeah.
You have to wait for everybody else to go. Hey.
The full cycle of lights, and it's like a directional arrow for left and right and on all sides.
Yeah,
and all different.
It's so much.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't realize explaining traffic was going to be so difficult either. So.
So you're still with sitting in traffic, though, after thinking about all that stuff.
Yeah, I still am. Because sometimes I'm just really cranky, and I just can't deal with people being nice to me. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still, I'll listen to my music. I'll be okay.
All right. So Paul says traffic is worse.
Yeah.
All right. And moving on here to the Facebook page, Todd says traffic is worse.
Traffic is worse.
He says you can always pay someone to wait in line for you.
Oh, I remember us talking about that.
No, you can't always pay someone to wait in line for you, Todd.
I bet you could.
What if you got to take a pee real bad?
Oh, no, you can't. Okay.
I mean, I guess you could have somebody standing in line the whole time for when you, but eventually they'll get to the front and lose your space. And go back? You can spend a fortune paying that guy.
Yeah.
I murked you again, Todd. All right. Dana says waiting in line is worse. Yes.
Okay.
She says in the car, at least you can be sitting and listening to music.
The sitting part, too. Like, let me just say, let's not forget about that. Sitting.
The sitting part.
I am comfortable.
Oh my God.
I can be blasting the air conditioning, and you're standing there in the hot humidity. And I'm just happy.
In the hot humidity.
Yep.
Yeah, well, if it is humid, I get it, because that air conditioning is a nice thought.
You enjoy your sweat over there.
I've stood in plenty of line indoors, though. And it's still. We'll see. We'll see how I feel after all this.
You still haven't made up your mind?
I'm not. I think I'm leaning one way.
Okay.
J9 says waiting in line is the worst. She says the same. At least in my vehicle, I don't have to listen to everyone around me, gossip, complain, or have to be engaged in their conversation.
Yeah. Because, I mean, again, don't get me wrong. The majority of the time, I do want to be engaged in that conversation. And I want to have some fun and meet some people.
Single-serving friends.
Yeah. But sometimes, and those times that I don't, that's when everyone is irritating. You hear that one person who just won't shut up.
So that's when you're standing in line waiting for food then.
Yeah, usually that's when I get the most mad. Yeah, of course.
A little hangry action.
Yeah, and so I don't want to hear about it. So I'll be in my car waiting in the drive-thru.
There you go. There you
safe.
Go. All right. So yeah, that's she says waiting in line is the worst. JD says waiting in line. I like my personal space.
Oh, that one too. You get that one person that just keeps they're so afraid someone's gonna cut that they're just moving up way too close to you and just invading your space, and you're like, dude, no one is gonna try to sneak in. Leave me alone. Let me breathe.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And that's Jenny Dalelord, by the way.
Oh, cool.
She's got we get to follow. We get to be friends with her actual Facebook.
Oh, yeah, because we're that important.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. Very special. Very special. All right. Wes says, chances are, if you're waiting in line, you know what it's for. Traffic, you don't know what the holdup is usually. So his vote is traffic is worse.
All right. That's a good point there.
It is, because when you look at the examples that we give, waiting in line for a roller coaster or a concert or something like that.
The bathroom. Hell yes.
You finally get up there, it's like, woo, that's about as good as going to a concert sometimes.
Yeah, it can, yeah.
That relief,
yes.
Especially
Absolutely.
when you have to earn it. So, yeah, traffic is worse for Wes. Let's see. Justina says standing in line. And she said, I asked her, why is that worse, in your opinion?
Yeah.
And she says having to stand. At least when you're in your car, you can sit, jam out to music, and have the air conditioning.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some similar arguments, but still, I think we're fairly split. What's winning over there so far?
Waiting in line is worse.
Waiting in line is worse. All right, my kid brother, the one person who can't follow instructions.
Simple instructions.
Show your work. So he says line.
Okay.
I don't know if that means it's worse or he would rather stand in line so he don't count.
He never even answered back?
No. And that was
Maddie, right?
That was an hour ago. Yes.
It was Maddie.
Yes, it was Matthew, not Daniel. Yes. So, Matthew, what the hell? Because I know he listens.
Come on, man.
Damn it. Anyway, Dallas says standing in line is worse because the chances of someone talking to you are very high.
Mm-hmm. Yes. All right, so I'm going to mark that one. Matthews doesn't count.
Mark Dallas down as antisocial.
Okay.
All
got
right.
it.
The one snowman says traffic is worse. He says I can visit and get to know the people around me in line.
Yeah, but...
And snowman's the reason most people want to be in traffic.
That's right.
Would rather play in traffic, literally, snowman.
Oh, my gosh. Is that snowman up there? Nope, I'm getting back in my car. It's fine.
Not waiting in line here.
Nope.
We kid the one snowman because we love.
That's right. That's right.
And Bitchin' Dan says waiting in line. And I had to ask him, too.
Wow.
Show your work, Bitchin' Dan.
Yeah.
I said, why line? He says, if I'm in line, it's because I really want something, and I probably won't get it because I won't wait in long lines.
That's phenomenal.
That is awesome.
That is a great answer right there.
And, of course, back home, they don't have to worry about traffic as much.
Yeah.
And he says, and it's out of his control when it does happen.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, most of the time I feel like traffic is all out of our control and just... It is
if I'm
what it
in line,
is.
it's because I really want something, but I'm not waiting in line.
That's right.
That's fantastic.
Right. Well,
all right, so some pretty good arguments.
yeah.
I don't know that I have an answer.
Come on.
I really don't.
You said that you were leaning one way.
I think I'm leaning towards I would rather stand in line.
Okay, so traffic is worse.
So I think so because yeah, you got the air conditioning and you can put on the music and do all that stuff. But what do we really end up doing in traffic but screaming? And
you can.
Not really. I mean,
but that's the thing. When you're sitting in traffic, you can scream and like get it out. If you're waiting in line and you start screaming, like
and
you're a psycho.
And getting grumpy and whatever, you can't look at your phone because if everything starts moving, now you're gonna get honked at and really,
Hey, the cool thing is though, you got a radio.
Also, stay the hell off your phone if you're in traffic. Just don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, put on the radio and find Luke and Naomi on air.
That's right.
So there you go. I don't know. I do.
Hey, can't you be like, hey, Alexa, play Luke and Naomi on air, right?
Don't we have to enable that somehow? I don't know if I can. If we have the technological wizardry.
I just, I don't know. Start the podcast before you get in your car, and then when you're stuck in traffic, it's fine. You'll be able to hear the whole podcast.
Spotify is what you're trying to say without saying it. Spotify. If you get Spotify, then you can do that in the car because you can play through the podcast on the phone and all that stuff. But anyway.
That.
So yeah, I guess. But listen, I just end up, I think, grumpier. I think I end up grumpier in traffic.
Okay.
And I agree with Paul and Snowman and the other.
I think you're just grumpy wherever you are.
Sometimes, and especially if I'm waiting for food too.
That's right.
But I think traffic is worse. I think traffic is worse. You can't really stretch out, move around. When standing in line, not always, but there can be a sense of camaraderie where you make the single serving friends, you have a little bit of fun, you goof around.
Yeah.
We were waiting for that roller coaster, and those people were playing that stupid game.
Yeah.
And we got in on a round or two, and then stopped talking to them, and it was over.
Yeah, which was nice.
Yeah, exactly. And then they got annoying because I got tired.
That's right.
But still, then we got rewarded with a roller coaster, and that was hella fun.
Yeah.
So I think personally, my vote is that traffic is worse.
Okay, so it's 5-7.
5-7.
Yeah.
So close.
Yeah.
Close to a 50-50 split.
Yeah.
You can keep that going. The post is up on Facebook page. I would love to see more answers. I would hella love to see my brother's answer.
I want to just go back and start arguing with everybody who chose differently than I did.
You should.
Just be like, how dare you say this?
Go attack
this
everybody.
Is wrong. Yeah. Except for I don't really have the energy for that. I don't even have the energy to do anything right now.
Well, let's rest up and feel better and then go harass everybody on the internet.
That's right.
Why the hell not?
I know. I'm I usually don't do that stuff, so it'd be kind of fun.
So, yeah.
It's gotten into Naomi. She's all vicious online right now.
If we keep that going on the Facebook page, we'll definitely jump back into that next episode. We got to start recapping like we used to.
Oh, yeah.
I've completely forgot. It's almost as if we never did the show at some points because I just can't remember half the stuff we used to do.
Yeah, me either.
But stupid news is out there still. That's a thing. We kind of did that earlier with the burglar guy.
I did like stupid news. That was fun.
I'm wondering.
They're so bad.
I'm wondering if there's any good news out there to be read. You used to do our good news updates a lot.
Yeah, I bet you there is.
Definitely.
But I'm so mean and just cranky lately. I don't even think I could handle good news stories.
I bet you everybody that listens to the podcast who is familiar with our morning show is probably like, what the hell happened to her? I thought they moved near the ocean. She's supposed to be really happy, and she's just always bitching and grumpy.
All she does is just complain the entire time.
Rants weekly.
I do, too. It's bad.
It's become your venting party over here.
I get excited when we talk about food and stuff still, so... I got that going for me. But yes, I have turned grumpy. Maybe I need those feel-good stories, you know?
Yeah.
Remind me to be a little nice.
Why not, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, so I just got a notification on Facebook.
Oh, my goodness.
I believe the brother answered.
No.
Yes, he said line is worse.
All right.
He says I can control more elements in me car. Damn it, dude, slow down and read what you're typing. I'm sorry, I had to big brother him there for a second.
I guess.
That was cool, though. We got like a real-time answer. He didn't even know I was complaining and yelling at him.
I know. Maybe his ears were ringing or something. He's like, oh, yeah, I should go take care of that.
I didn't even text him or anything. So, yeah, another one, he says, standing in line is worse.
All right.
It's that young generation. I don't know. Get off my lawn.
Nice try.
Get off my lawn, little brother.
Yeah.
All right, so that was a good one. I like that.
Yeah, it was an interesting one for sure.
That was a lot of fun. Yeah. All right, so for next week.
More homework?
More homework.
I don't want more homework.
All right. Well, school just started, so you got to have some.
You got to be used to this now,
I saw this one online, and I'm wondering if I am the only person in the world, aside from these people who were talking about it online, who does this. You watch a movie, you see something, and it seems factual, whether it is or not, and it just affects your life from then on.
Okay.
Every time I go to a restaurant, I try to time it so I go to the bathroom and come back and have the food waiting for me, because in Pulp Fiction, Mia Wallace gets up, goes to the bathroom, comes back, says, don't you just love it when you come back from the bathroom to find your food waiting for you? So I've loved to recreate that my whole life.
Okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
And
all
then
right.
In Batman Begins, Christian Bale Batman, there's a part where he falls into, like some frozen lake and whatever, and they're sitting by a fire afterwards, and his trainer guy says, rub your chest, your arms will take care of themselves, because he's rubbing his arms and his hands and stuff.
Oh, to warm back up.
Yeah, warm your core, and that'll take care of the rest, because that's how that works, apparently. And so, anytime I'm chilly now, that's what I think of. It's like, oh, okay, warm up the core, and then, the rest will take care of itself. So, so many things. So that is the question, before I ramble even more, is what tiny changes have you made to your life after watching a movie? Little things that you always do now. Can you not look at onions without thinking of Shrek?
Okay, yeah. Well.
Just little tiny things like that. How about what's the movie? It's literally on my screen. I don't want to look because I want to come up with it in my head. Final Destination.
Being behind the a truck carrying logs.
Yes.
Yeah, I won't. If I am behind one, I leave so much space. It's ridiculous. I think that movie just scarred. I can't even say an entire generation, multiple generations with that scene. That now nobody wants to be behind a truck carrying logs. Yeah, that's a good one.
It was
right there.
Such a realistic and scary thing that's affected everybody now.
It's happened now. So now it's even worse. Now, if you see a truck pulling logs, you get in a different lane or you just stop. You're just like, I'm not going yet.
Clear the highway.
Nope, we're done. Traffic's all backed up. There's somebody screaming, what the heck is going on up there?
That's right.
They wish they were waiting in line instead.
Boom! Nailed it.
Full circle, guys. Full circle.
Look at that. Take a lap. That was awesome.
That's it. That's all I got in me. I'm done.
Oh, it looks like we got Mom chiming in on the Facebook thing.
Tell her she's too late. No,
she is. Yeah, too late, Mom. Sorry. Now I gotta
we
start
just
back
got
over.
to our new topic.
I can't find it though.
Oh, see, it wasn't meant to be.
She commented on the wrong post, I bet.
Aw. It wasn't meant to
Nope,
be.
there it is. I got it. She says, stand in a line because if you're waiting in the car, you can nap, listen to music, sing, dance in your seat, etc.
You can't nap if you're driving.
That's the life of a passenger right there.
Oh,
She
yeah,
gets
that's
chauffeured around by Dan all the time.
Can't really say anything because usually you chauffeur me around. I never drive anymore.
Moving right along. So back to our topic for next week's show. What tiny changes have you made to your life after watching a movie? And you know,
definitely the Final Destination one.
definitely will not drive behind a logging truck or
Nope.
whatever. And then, there could be just lines like, the Sandlot, of course, gave us "You're killing me, Smalls." Anytime anybody my age, around my age, who has young kids, anytime the kids do something stupid, that's exactly what they get.
Yeah.
You're killing me, Smalls. And I mean, that's what we did to each other for years and years and years. So it could be something as simple as a certain line that you now say all the time.
I should have a whole list of these because, I mean, I've based a lot of stuff on movies and all that.
And what's cool is I want to know, what movie it is, because the more obscure movie, the better. Like, there's the line that you pull from that October Sky movie.
Myrtle Beach.
Yes. Where would you go?
Myrtle Beach.
The only damn reason I know that line is because anytime somebody mentions Myrtle Beach, Naomi has to say that line, which is, I'm not begrudging you that because that's exactly how I am with pretty much everything in the world.
Yeah.
Everything comes back to The Simpsons.
It's October Sky, and it's the mom and dad, and they're kind of fighting and everything, and she says that, I'll leave you, I'll be out of here. He goes, but where would you go? And she's all sad, and like the look on her face is just like, because she knows she wouldn't. Myrtle Beach, I'm just getting out of here, leave me alone, and just the way she says it, so I say it all the time.
It's hilarious.
Yes.
So
anytime someone mentions Myrtle Beach, where
would
you go?
Your life has changed that little tiny bit after watching that movie. So what are your tiny changes? I can't say talk about potatoes anymore without thinking of
my gosh,
The Lord of the Rings and Samwise Gamgee, potatoes.
Oh my gosh, he
fry
really
'em, mash 'em,
freaking
stick 'em in a
does.
stew.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
I'll be like, hey, you want to make breakfast for dinner? I think there's some potatoes in the freezer. And he just starts going.
I mean, I do. Anyway,
Yeah.
It could be something as simple as I don't swim in the ocean after I watch Jaws.
Yeah.
What tiny changes have you made to your life after watching a movie? Throw in TV shows too. What the hell? Why not? It'll be a lot of fun. I'm excited to
absolutely
talk some movies and TV shows next week. It'll be fun.
The more answers, the merrier.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's welcome.
And I promise I will be in better spirits next week. I really will. I just whatever this sinus that I gotta fight this. I'm sure I'm gonna be fine in like 2 days and just be mad that I was, that it just happened the way it did. But either way, I'll be in better spirits, so we'll be ready to go.
Yep, we will be ready to go. We'll see next week, of course. I'll be down for the count or something like that.
Oh my gosh, don't say that because that's just can you imagine? 1 week it's me, the next week it's you.
Why would I even say that? That's what a dumbass thing to say.
He just
How terrible.
Jinxed it too. Everybody, he just jinxed it. Like,
we will be back next week. We'll be back on Monday next week too. By the way, I'm sorry y'all had to wait an extra day. We just got so busy.
Yeah.
Which is just the worst excuse ever, but
it really is.
What can you do?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That's about it for this week. We gotta get Naomi off to night time.
Yeah, I apologize. There's no thought of the day either because I'm over here just slacking away.
Slacking off like crazy.
I know. I did make a tally of the car and line, what one's worse, but that's all I've done over here. So I'll have a thought of the day next week. Oh my gosh, I gotta go. I gotta go to bed.
Voice too. Do you want to just go and I'll finish up?
No. Luke, will you leave us with a laugh? Please leave us with a laugh.
I'm gonna do my best.
Gosh.
All right, you ready?
No.
Let's see. My wife keeps getting angry that I introduce her as my ex-girlfriend.
That's awful. I would be mad at you for doing that too. Don't do that.
I feel like my dad's just gonna. That's like my dad's joke right there. That is. My old man's gotta love that one.
Oh my gosh.
Well, technically it's true because my dad's the guy, who on like December 30th. We'll be like, see you next year to somebody he knows
course,
he won't see for a week. So let's see. Let's see. When I found out my toaster wasn't waterproof, I was shocked.
Oh, come on. Don't even look at me like that after you say that. Like, he just looked like, heh, did you get it? Did you get it? Yeah, I freaking got it. It was stupid.
2 more, all right?
All right.
Thank you again to Brian over in England for the book. Let's see here. I told my wife to embrace her mistakes. Now she won't stop hugging me.
Ah, that is a good one. Yes.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course you would like that one. That is a perfect Naomi joke. How about that? All right. And finally here is butt cheeks, one word, or should I spread them apart?
Oh, my gosh. That's it. I'm done. I'm out of here. Goodbye. Good night. Thank you, everybody, for listening and putting up with both of us.
That might be the greatest joke I've ever read.
No.
That was fantastic. Oh, that made me happy. All right, y'all. I hope we've made you happy, too. Thank you for spending so much time with us. You know, continuously 16 episodes now. We love y'all to death. Appreciate it
so much. Thank you.
Thank you. We're on the YouTube. We're on all the podcast channels, Apple Podcasts and Google Podcasts. And we got to say all that stuff because tell your friends where they can find us so we get more people listening. You know, why not? The more the merrier, like we said. We will talk to y'all next week.
Love you. Bye.